Hello, guys and dolls, guys and gals. Welcome back to the channel, Divine Truth Tarot. I'm Sarah, and I'll be your intuitive guide as well as your reader today. Today, while I was practicing yoga, I do yoga in a 95-degree heated room, and some of you know I live in a tropical climate right now, so it's extremely, it's a challenge. It's a mental challenge, it's a physical challenge, it's a spiritual challenge. And I took a class this morning with the owner, who's incredible, and she helps us heat up from within. So even though the room is hot, we're also heating up from within. So we were doing this fire breathwork practice, and I was told that the masculines have messages for the feminines. So it's like, as much as I try to sort of stay away from this, the masculines will, I don't want to say nag me, but they will find me. What is it from the Taken movie? I will find you and I will kill you. It's like they will find me and they will make sure that I deliver this message. And so there's a message today from an awakened masculine representing the collective, and he really wants to talk. And I don't know if this is somebody's masculine or if this is just a general. I feel like this is more like he's been nominated to talk. He's saying, you know what, I'll take one for the team and I'll deliver the message that we're all feeling. He's okay with being vulnerable. He's extremely awakened. He's extremely aware. So without further ado, let us go ahead and check in with the cards. So we're going to be working with the Work Your Light Oracle, the Angel Guide, because I do want guidance from the masculines to the feminines, as well as the Elemental Oracle. You guys know this is my fave. And then I pulled out the Animal Spirit, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. So we're going to start with the Elemental Oracle. And I'll set these decks aside. I love that noise. Okay. See? I can't help it. Okay. All right. So if we could please, Archangel Michael and the Archangel team, please assist us in creating a sphere of protection around this entire reading, the cards, the room, myself, everyone watching. Allow my higher self to come through and allow me to be a pure vessel for divine truth, divine clarity, divine love, divine devotion, and divine joy. Calling in my ancestors, my entire light team, my guides, and the archangels, the ascended masters. Thank you for being here, and we welcome your presence. So let's go ahead. So messages from the masculines, messages from an awakened masculine representing the collective. Wow. Headlining the reading, we have speaking your word, speaking your truth, voice. Look, it's like the irony of the masculines have something to say, and the first card that comes out is speaking your truth, voice. I mean, literally, it's like they can't get to you fast enough. They can't speak the truth fast enough. It's literally unfurling. It's coming from deep within them, and it needs to be released. This is how they're feeling. Guys, I'm getting emails every day that the masculines are communicating. The masculines want to see the feminines. I'm getting emails. I'll share them, when I'm allowed to, of course, with permission from whoever sent the email. But the masculines are absolutely in a place where they are no longer afraid of facing the feminine or they face their own shadows. And in doing so, they've invited in this more intimate relationship with their own inner feminine. So the masculines are saying to the feminines, I'm ready to speak my truth. I'm ready to open my mouth and to speak the words that you've been wanting to hear. And this is happening, guys. It's happening. If you read the comments, it's happening. Some people are in communication. Others are in minimal communications. Others are in everyday contact, and then others are not in communication at all. It's not good or bad. It's not, judgment, or it's not a matter of communication does not dictate where you are in your journey or how close you are to union. I know it feels like it should because we've been trained that way, but 3D communication isn't a true indication of progression, but it is exciting at the same time. So this is why we need to make sure to just sort of play cool. I'm not saying be icy, don't be that alpha female, don't be like nothing bothers me. I'm saying, stay cool, not play cool, but stay cool. Stay cool, calm, and collected, feminines. Let the masculines come to you. There's cleansing going on. There has been cleansing going on. The storms, the towers have come through, the masculine says, to really cleanse us out. It's like the masculines have felt like they've been under a dark cloud really this entire year of 2020. It's been one tower after another. They have so much to tell the feminine about these towers, about what's happened, what's transpired in their life, what they've learned from it, what they've seen, what they've witnessed, what they've felt. And they just wants to come rushing out of them. They've also been purified. There is a purification process that has transpired this year for the masculine energy, and you'll be feeling it within yourself. It's getting out of that distorted energy of feeling like you always have to be busy, feeling like you have to conquer, you have to compete, even with yourself. It's self-competition, which a lot of the masculines thought they mastered, but it really was just fueling their ego and allowing them to stay stuck in a place where they weren't happy. Honestly, guys, the masculines were miserable. I don't care if they appeared happy. I don't care if they said they were happy. They weren't living their truth. When you're not living your truth, you're not speaking your truth. When you're not living or speaking your truth, you're out of alignment. You cannot be in joy energy when you're out of alignment. It's impossible. When you're not surrounded by your tribe, when you're not with your divine counterpart, you can't be in joy. You can't be living in abundance. It's a fake abundance. Just because you have money in the bank doesn't mean you're abundant. Just because you have a lot of friends doesn't mean you're abundant. Just because you have toys, cars, and boats and yachts, and you can go wherever you want to, doesn't mean you're happy. Those things are empty unless you have somebody or people to share them with. And that's what the masculines have really been realizing with this extreme, really intense purification process. Yeah, they've been working on themselves. The masculine says, we've been working on ourselves, inner core solidity. They want to be solid. They want to come in, and you see the hands here. It's like 10 of Pentacles energy. The hands, it's the We Are the World energy from the Osho Zen Tarot, which is the 10 of Pentacles in that deck. Working together. So the masculines have been working together, and you can see the two faces here. You can see the dynamic here. It's like there's two separate faces, and yet it's like representing the masculine and the feminine. And yet at the end of the day, guys, they are learning to balance out their inner union, right? Their inner feminine, their inner masculine, the darkness and the light, the shadows. And they've really gotten in touch with those parts of themselves that they pushed down for so long, that it caused them a lot of pain. And then they realized that the pain that it was causing them, it was worse to deny it than it was to face it. So they're going to come back in really solid and stable. And I feel like a lot of offer. It may not be what your ego wants or what you feel like you need. It may not be everything yet, but it's going to be stable. This is not an offer that's going to be crumbs. They're not coming in with crumbs anymore. We know this. And if they are, check your alignment. Check your fear energy. Depth, yes. See, they're coming in from a deeper place within. They're really pulling this truth that they're going to speak. These words are coming from a place deep within them. They've really gone to the depths of their soul here. They've plunged, they've been plummeted. Part of that is the dark night energy, but now they're going to rise up to the surface, and they're going to see the calmness, the calm waters, the horizon. It's like the horizon is you, the horizon is union and reunion. But they had to go to this place, guys. They had to go to this place in order to cleanse and purify. They had to go to this place to find their voice, to resurrect their voice. And some of them finding it for the first time in any lifetime. That's huge, that's powerful, that's strong, that's intense. And for others, they had to go to this place just to find themselves, period, to acknowledge who they are and to understand what was going on inside of themselves, because they put a lot of energy, these masculines, on the external and what was going on outside, and they thought that would make them happy. But at the end of the day, it was unfulfilling. It left them feeling empty. And it was hard for them. It's been hard for them to admit that to themselves. So of course you can imagine even harder for them to admit to the feminine, because if you're not being honest with yourself, how can you be honest with anybody else? So that's why a lot of us did experience separation as the masculines plummeted to these depths. They didn't want to take the feminine with them. They didn't want to take her down or him down with them. So the masculines are saying, look, I've been to this place, and in this place, I found myself. And by finding myself, I found you. And they had those aha moments, those epiphanies and realizations that I've been talking about, that other readers have been talking about, I hear. Yes. Cutting the cords. I didn't even see that. I said yes, and there it was. Okay, guys, this is huge. Look at this. Beautiful. The masculines say, I'm saying yes now. I'm saying yes to myself. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to joy. I'm saying yes to freedom. I'm saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to this connection. I'm saying yes to my divine partner, reaching for you. Look, I mean, in both of these cards, it's like, heart, look at the heart, so open here, so vulnerable. And this is the energy of reaching for the feminine. And look, there's angelic wings. So the masculines are being supported by the angelic realm, the higher realms. They feel very connected right now. And they're in this place of deep gratitude for self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-realization. And it's making them feel in awe of themselves, in awe of this journey, in awe of the feminine. They've balanced out and healed any lustful energy. Okay, these awakened masculines, they're no longer just going after the sensual or intimate aspects of the connection. They see that as it's part of the whole. It's not the whole, it's part of the whole. And they've also balanced out their solar plexus energy and also their heart energy. We have the pink here, we have the blue. So we have sacral chakra, the orange, creativity, the womb chakra. So wanting to do right by the feminines, wanting to make sure the feminine feels safe, wanting to make sure that they've healed any of that lustful energy that they were in, that sort of addiction to the new, addiction to sex, addiction to work, addiction to whatever it might have been, just lustful energy, lusting after money, lusting after power, lusting after, women or men. So that has been healed. And the heart energy, the speaking the truth, and then the white for purity. So coming into this beautiful place, yes, I've accepted myself, and now I can reach for joy, and now I can reach for you. Cutting the cords. Look at this, powerful. Cutting the cords to the past. It's like with one magic wave of their finger, bam, the cords are gone. They can't believe that that's how easy it was. And with the purple here, we have the cosmic consciousness, right? The crown chakra, star chakra energy. Connecting to the source, connecting to the divine, but finding that within yourself and realizing that you are the divine, that God does live within you, and realizing that you've always had all the power, masculine. So the masculines are letting the feminines know, I'm cutting the cords to everything that you asked. I'm cutting the cords to everything that hasn't worked in my life, that everything that was bringing me down, that was everything that brought me to my knees in this past year was me cutting the cords to my past. And when they didn't, when they refused to do it, the universe was absolutely doing it for them. It's always easier to do it ourselves, but the ego fights, the ego grips, the ego likes things the way they are, the ego likes the status quo. So we really have to fight to get to that place of inner balance and cutting the cords from anything that's not serving us, really. Making room for the new. All right, guys, hold on. I am sweating in here. I have to go. Decided to open up the house instead. It got super hot all of a sudden. Okay, so Okay. The first card out of this deck is Leap. This would be like the Fool card. Trusting that the universe will catch them, trusting that they will be caught, trusting that they are supported, protected, trusting that they are not alone. And you see her like looking back at her former self saying, oh, I remember being there, being afraid to jump and take the leap. So there's this energy of, a lot of these masculines are saying, I've already leapt. You just don't know it yet, feminine. I've already made the changes. I've already taken the leap of faith. But some of them haven't come forward yet because they feel like they have to get their ducks in a row. They have to get their affairs in order. And they feel like, I can't come to the feminine unless I have something tangible to show him or her. But they have taken the leap. I mean, energetically, this is where they're at. Changes have been made within them. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Messages from the masculine. Messages from the masculine. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Well, it's calling them to take the leap of faith, right? It's like they sat there in hermit energy. We had hermit energy come up over and over, right? Basically from the summer on, from the summer to the fall time, right? So they sat in that hermit energy. They sat in that energy of contemplation, reflection, solitude, quiet, meditation energy. And look at this, now action-oriented, taking the leap. So moving from this place of quiet and peace and solitude and non-action into inspired action. Let's do the awakened masculine. Awakened masculines want to say to the feminine. What do the awakened masculines want to say to the feminine? They're saying that they've learned to have healthy and proper boundaries with people in their life. That they've learned not to say yes when they mean no. Oh, I know why I just saw that. Okay, let me get that. Because as I was shuffling, I saw the no card, but it didn't actually come out. It sort of flipped over. So I put it back. But let me find it because now I understand. What it's saying is that they've learned to say no when they mean it. They don't say yes now to people just to sort of people please. They've healed that people pleasing energy, or they're in the process of doing that. They're near the end of that. So they're establishing these energetic boundaries, not letting people disrupt their inner peace that they've worked so hard to attain. So they're saying no to things that don't feel good anymore. They're not saying yes to karmic partners. And they've really done some mother healing. They've also worked on healing their inner feminine. They've worked on healing that feminine energy within them, which I think is so healthy, so incredible. And this is what's bringing them closer to the feminine in the physical, is that they've gotten closer to their own inner feminine, and they've healed a lot of wounds that they had with any female energy, right? Or a female person in their life, starting with the mother, because it always starts with the mother and father. So they've really learned to nurture themselves, take care of themselves. They're learning, again, boundaries. I'm saying no when I want to say no, and I'm answering the call. This is the call to my soul, no one else. So this is where you want them, feminines. You want them more independent. You want them out of that codependent energy where they feel like they can't make a choice or make a decision, or they feel like they have to rely on a karmic partner, or they feel stuck, or they feel trapped. That is all false thinking. Okay, it's the ego that took control. It's the programming, the false programming that was basically implanted in the masculines lifetimes ago. And the feminine's energy has worked so hard to get herself out of any false programming. And a lot of that had to do with giving your power away, and womb healing, giving your power away through sexual experiences, giving your power away through not having healthy boundaries. The feminine is given her power away by not demanding equality or fairness, by settling, by not speaking her truth or his truth. So we have lion energy. So the masculines, beautiful, are in this energy of finding strength and power, finding like a gentle strength though. You think of the lion card in the major arcana, the strength card. It's not a ferocious lion. It's a gentle lion, gentleness, love, but also exuding confidence and being able to stand proud. So they're falling back into this energy, or finding it for the first time, of actually feeling like, I like who I am. And guys, the masculines hadn't felt that for a long time, if ever, in this lifetime. So now they're feeling like, wow, I'm really proud to be me. Okay, so there's a fire energy here. There's a fire energy with the Lion card that's represented by Leo. So a fellow fire sign to Sag and Aries. And, you know, there's a regalness, there's a royalty here. It's really about the masculines finding a new way to become a master of their own domain. Okay? A new way. This is, you know, the leader of the jungle, right? The king of the jungle, but doing it in a way where they're not having to exert their power over another. They're not having to dominate. They're just being. The lion also represents transformation, self-transformation. So being able to really bring themselves into this energy of really intense and immense spiritual growth, personal growth. And this is probably intimidating a lot of karmic energies in their life. I will say that. So this energy of the masculine stepping into the lion is, I feel like they're aloof to a lot of the karmic influences. Okay, they're appearing aloof, but inside they're burning up. They're burning up with passion. They're burning up with intensity. But look at the cool, calm, and collected exterior. They're not telling anyone what their plan is. Okay, guys, they're not revealing anything about what their next moves are, and that's very, very smart. So that's why a lot of the feminines don't even know, because this needs to be a surprise for several reasons. And it's part of the divine orchestration. It's part of the divine plan. And the feminine needs to be sort of swept off his or her feet. The feminine needs to be so detached and so devoted to herself or himself that that's when the masculine sweeps in. And the masculine sweeps in with just as much confidence, just as much detachment from the ego. And that's when you're going to find the sense of peace within your connection. You'll be able to actually laugh about what has transpired. You'll be able to share. You'll be able to be honest with each other, and the triggering won't happen. And if it does, it'll be short-lived. You'll be able to talk about it, to heal it together. And, you know, the masculines are really observing. There's, you know, think of the stealth energy of the lion, the hunter, and the lioness, right? The hunter. They're going to come in at the exact precise time with the exact precise words and precise actions. They're not wasting any energy anymore. They're not wasting any energy. So let's find out how are they seeing the feminine? How are the masculines seeing the feminine? Oh, they're seeing you as you're it. Oh my gosh. They're seeing you ripe and fertile, feminine. They're seeing you as everything that they have ever wanted incarnate. It's like they can't believe their good luck. It's like they're back in that energy of, is she or he really mine? This is also about the heart energy. So they're feeling a certain way about you, feminine. Now, when we think of the golden egg, there's an energy of sound that's attached to this. But this is not a sound that you're going to necessarily hear with your ears. This is the sound that can only be heard, feminine, when you're in deep meditation or reflection. Okay, when you're quieting yourself from the hustle bustle of the daily world. You're not gripping, you're not grasping, you're not rushing, you're not pushing. You're just sort of finding this place inside of you, okay? And it's the knowing, it's the inner knowing. The masculine's asking the feminine while he's over here preparing, he's over here in this stealth mode, not telling anyone in his 3D world what he's doing, what he's preparing, what his next step is. Okay, he's protecting the connection. He's very protective right now of you and the connection and himself and his energies. The feminine is coveted to the masculine right now. And the feminine, the masculine saying, that this awakened masculine saying, take this time to yourself, feminine, step away like I'm doing from any influences that are not serving you. Make sure that your energy is preciously protected. If you know a little Sanskrit, which I'm sure many of you do, the heart chakra is anahata, which I think is such a beautiful word. And the translation of that is the unstruck sound. So this card represents that unstruck sound. And your heart is a place that contains your inner child. It contains your joy. It contains all of that beauty. And you're being asked to go deep within to find your masculine, to find that connection. Even if you are in communication already, find that place where your inner knowing and your inner truth resides, where you don't have to question. You just know it to be true. You know, because that's where you're going to find your masculine. That's where they're going to find you. So a lot of 5D communication right now, even if you're in 3D communication. They're also seeing the feminine as playful. They're seeing the feminine as fun. They're seeing the feminine really start to shine, really start to drop her armor, his armor. The feminine had armor up for a long time, and they're seeing you. It's like they want to play. They want things to be fun and light again. They miss having fun with you. They miss laughing with you. They miss cutting up with you. They miss silly dancing with you, or singing, or just being childlike together. They miss that. That was so healing to them. And they're really seeing you in a beautiful, beautiful light. I mean, I feel like out of all the cards, this is the most beautiful energy that the masculine could possibly see the feminine in. They see you as they're seeing you in the most beautiful light. They see you as a healer. They see your sensitivity. They see that it's like they want into this place. They want to share this energy and this space with you, feminine. They're awakened to their spirituality. They're awakened to their inner knowing, and they want to share this with you. They want to go to, they want to go to yoga class with you, or sound healing. I'm definitely feeling sound healing here, with the golden egg, the unstruck sound, anahata, heart center. And they want to experience this deeper depth with you, because maybe in the past they weren't able to go to that place, but they were so in awe of you when you would talk about that to them, but they weren't able to go to that place themselves. And that's okay. It's like it's like being in the energy of the divine, and that's how they feel with you. That's how they felt with you. So they're looking forward to feeling that way again. So I'm going to stop there, feminines. I send you a lot of love. I hope this was helpful. I hope this is inspiring. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day, blessed weekend, and I'll be in touch.